to make one more video about guys who want to text and guys who are needy for relationships because, first of all, if you're a woman who experiences guys just want to fuck me, I'm going to invite you to look at how you're showing up because that's all I experienced until I showed up in a new way. Now, all I'm getting online are men who want a relationship. That's all I'm getting. They may not want it with me, but that's what they want. And that's like all the dates I had, all the men I've had video calls with, they're all interested in a relationship. That's it. That is it. Because I'm showing up differently. I'm asking for a relationship. I'm assuming that's what they want, and that's what they want. I want to say one more thing. If we have to look at what shows up in our world to show us what we're thinking and how we're showing up, because the world is a mirror. And if I go around thinking guys just want sex, I will act in that way and that's all I'll get. If I think men just want a relationship, that's all I'll get. Now I have to get some more clarity around how to screen out the guys who are needy for a relationship, because I had quite a few of those. If you watch my videos from a couple weeks ago, there were several gentlemen who started texting me after I gave them my number after the video call. These three men started texting me. One was texting me good night. We haven't even had a date yet. The other one was texting me about my day and then how much he thought I was so awesome. He couldn't wait to have dinner. Like he just gushed all these feelings onto me. We hadn't met yet. We just had the video call. And then the third gentleman was like texting me before the dinner date. I know you don't really want to commit a relationship, blah, blah, blah. We had already had a video call. Now he's causing all this drama through texting. Some of you leaving comments have said there's nothing wrong with texting. That's what younger people do. But I'm going to disagree with you, because if you're texting with women instead of taking them on dates and spending face on FaceTime getting to know them, I'm going to challenge you that you're not showing up. You're not leaning in. Relationships are built face to face in real time. That's where we can tell, has this person invested their time and their energy to meet with me? Or does this person just want to text from the convenience of their office, their car, or their home? A relationship requires an investment. And if you're not even willing to invest in taking someone on a date, how are you going to show up in a relationship? I screen people. I guess I just have higher standards. If you're content with texting, I'm going to invite you to look at your standards, what kind of relationship you want, and what you're afraid of. Because I think it's an easy way to just hide. I personally do not give my number to men unless I want them to have my number. I don't date men because I need validation or I need their attention or I need their approval. I'm dating because I want a relationship with someone who's equally loves themselves. You've got to love yourself. People, you've got to love yourself and be excited about yourself so that you can tell if you're with someone who loves themselves or not. Sometimes people get into relationships where most people in relationships are really unhappy, I think, especially once the newness wears off. So these are some things to look for early on. Look for how you feel around this person in real time. First of all, if someone's just texting you, don't play that game, okay? That is low vibration, low effort. That's low effort. So look for someone who's willing to invest in a relationship. That means that they're going to actually go out to meet with you. And look for how you feel around that person. How do you feel? How do you feel that they're treating you? How do you feel? Not what you think. Because sometimes you can have this list or you think, oh, this is such a great catch. And now you're trying to make this person work. So you'll start doing things like getting all needy and people pleasing them, or you will try to change them or coach them or try to help them, have a better relationship with their children, or help them to get fit or help them to, just fill some gaps in their life. Stop that. You, it's not my business, but this is my opinion, okay? A healthy relationship requires someone who's whole. How are you showing up? You have to show up whole. When I started my escort business, I was still in a space of men are needy and they need love, and I have to heal them. Now, in my appointments, I do come from that space of healing, okay, but I I expect men to show up. I expect you to handle yourself, be responsible for your feelings, ask for what you want. I had to change my standards. I'm inviting you to take a look at, like, okay, am I trying to help this guy so he can show up for me, or is this guy actually showing up for me? What's his ability? What's his capacity? How do I feel? I don't believe that we should be parenting our partners. Are you parenting your partner or coaching your partner? It's one thing to challenge or encourage, yet in a partnership, I believe that we have to be whole people. And to the extent that you're chasing someone or trying to change someone or coaching someone, I think you're going to realize eventually this relationship is going to make you unhappy, and then you're going to wonder what went wrong. So look for these things early on. Is this person investing face on face time with you? Is this person able to tell you no? Is this person someone that you can handle them to take radical responsibility for themselves, for their emotions? Would you tiptoe around them so as not to upset them? Do you have to try to make their life better or heal them in some way? Are they needy? Do you like feeling needed? I think all these things can seem interesting and enticing at first, but then they get really old and they wear on you. So many people get into relationships based on unhealthy patterns, and that's why I'm suggesting don't do any texting. Don't do any texting until you already are in a relationship. So look for someone, and it all comes from we look for things that mirror our own internal state. So do whatever you have to do to take care of yourself and make yourself happy. Your first obligation should be to fall in love with yourself. Because if you're not in love with you and you expect someone else to be in love with you, it's never gonna work. It'll always end in disappointment. You have to be in love with you. And that way you can be you, whoever you meet, and it won't matter if they're with you or not. How do you fall in love with you? Start appreciating you. Start receiving your own love. All that love that you're giving other people, start giving it to yourself. How do you talk to yourself? I'm just so amazing. I'm just so beautiful. I just love my own company. And start receiving. When you put lotion on your face, receive the lotion, receive the air. This is not about getting manicures and spa treatments and going shopping. That's not it. That's not it. That's just looking for outside validation. It has to be this internal thing of like really being devoted to yourself and keeping your word to yourself. Like, making sure you drink enough water and you take deep breaths and just like, I'm nourishing myself. And do things that make you happy. Stop people pleasing society or parents. Like, I'm an escort and I am happy. I am happy, like, I'm happy. I like what I do. I'm happy with my life. I'm a happy person. And so think about your work. Think about what are you holding yourself back because you should please the church or your parents or your spouse? Where are you holding yourself back? Just unleash yourself. Do what makes you happy. Do you want to sing? Do you want to dance? Take a bath, read, walk barefoot on the grass, take a stroll in the moonlight. Get up early and watch the sun come up, watch the birds, sit under a tree, have a cup of tea, make some music, sing a song, just move your body, look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself, I love you. That's the work that has to be done before you're dating. Before you're dating, you've got to fall in love with yourself. gotta fall in love with yourself so that you can show up and be a whole person in a relationship, and so that you will not attract people that are not showing up, that don't love themselves. If you don't love yourself, you're gonna attract people who don't love themselves, and your relationship will be shit, as most of them are. Don't believe all those phony Instagram things. It's all a bunch of BS. It's all a bunch of bullshit. All right? Got to learn to love yourself. And then the second thing is to have good boundaries around what I let in and what I let out. And the other part is reactivity. When I'm triggered, am I able to calm myself and love myself before I respond? All right? And that's, am I able to apologize? Am I with people who apologize? Am I with people who treat me well? I think a lot of people have a lot of bad energy people hanging around. Get the fuck rid of this bad energy people. You don't need that in your life. Just be around people who are happy with themselves, who have their lives moving forward. Who live a life of honor. Live a life of honor. So that means you do not date people in relationship. Do not date people who have a relationship. It means that you pay your bills on time. It means that you're honest. You don't lead people on. And your first duty is to love yourself. We're taught that that's selfish. That's bullshit. That is the devil speaking. That's the devil speaking, if there's such a thing. It's evil for anyone to be taught that they shouldn't love themselves. You have to love yourself. You have to fill yourself with love so that you can love other people. Else you're just going to be needy or controlling. Everybody needs love and connection. So if you don't give it to yourself, you're going to need it from other people by controlling them or people pleasing them. And that doesn't lead to anything good. You've got to love yourself. And loving yourself is not being a narcissist like Meghan Markle. She doesn't love herself. She's completely disconnected from herself. She's looking for validation by making her husband look like a fucking idiot. Saw her 40th birthday party thing where she's like, oh, look at me, look at me. She didn't even have any friends to invite. I didn't see any of her friends there. And then she has Prince Harry in the background juggling outside like he's some puppy dog, some court jester. She's totally using him. She's like low vibration because she doesn't love herself. She doesn't love herself. Someone who loves herself would treat her husband with honor and dignity and respect and love. We can only love people as much as we love ourselves. Okay? So, if you want some help on loving yourself, I'll try. I'm still I don't have my coaching program set up for that, but I'm going to. I can help you get there. I can help you get as far as I got. I'm in this course from Catherine Daniele, and I'm going to put her website in the description. This course is called Homecoming, and it's all about coming home to ourselves. It's for women. It's for ladies. I have done one of her online courses before, The Path to Love, and I did have a discovery call with her because I thought about doing some one-on-one coaching with her, and she gave me some great tips for dating. And it's about being vulnerable and sharing who we are and what we want. That's what we have to do. That's how we show up. And in this homecoming course, it's good. It's about knowing that we don't need to do anything to have love. We deserve love just because we exist. We don't have to fit in. We already belong. And it's about boundaries. If someone says something to you, that doesn't mean it's right. That's just their consciousness speaking. You don't have to let it in. You can decide what you let in. It's called having a boundary. You might tell me, oh, you're such a loving person, Shahrzad. You like to help so many people. Oh yeah, I'll let that in. Or, you're just a piece of trash. I don't agree with that, so that doesn't get in. Okay, that's a boundary. And then you also have your, put you on your stomach, your containment boundary. Your containment boundary is what you let out. We're responsible for how we talk to people and how we show up. If I have an affair with a married man, that's not containment. And this is because I'm upset with one of my friends who's fucking this guy who's in a relationship. Like, I am about to end my friendship with her if she doesn't stop doing that. Like, no, that is not okay. That is just wrong. Okay, containment. How I talk to people, if I go off on people, if I just express myself, what I say to people. I can't just go out and start vomiting on people or being abusive or reactive. So I have to have a containment boundary and have to have an incoming boundary. So those are just some of the things that she shares about, and like, not you know we don't have to people please. We deserve to take up space just because we exist. And listening to her is just like so beautiful. Like, it got me in such a happy place yesterday, and then having the date with that guy just ruined it. So just really feel like people's energy. Do they open your heart? Do they contract it? Do you feel revered and respected? Do you feel discarded? But anyway, this video was supposed to be around showing up in relationship. Showing up in relationship is not texting to get to know someone. That's low vibration, low effort. A relationship is an investment, and it's an effort of your energy and your time. That means you get off your ass, you get in your car, and you get somewhere and meet this person and have an in-person interaction, a walk, a dinner, later on cooking together, working out together, singing together. Like, you do things together, you meet each other's friends. It doesn't happen over texting. That is not a relationship. That's a pen pal. That's what you do with guys who are in prison. You might as well be pen paling a guy in prison if you're just texting a guy, okay? Because he's not showing up and he hasn't gotten anything. So I'm not going to believe any of you guys saying texting is fine. Go ahead and text. That's not a relationship to me. Are you going to marry the woman you're just texting? Are you ever going to ask her out? And why aren't you asking her out? Okay, what are you afraid of? Okay, I make myself go on these dates. Even I didn't want to go yesterday. I was kind of tired, to be honest. I was wishing I didn't have to go, but I'm so glad I went, because even though I didn't like it, I learned a lot. And so to be in a relationship, you have to be able to invest your time and your presence. Bring your body in front of the other person, eye to eye, okay? And love yourself and see how you feel around people. Use your boundaries of what comes in and what goes out. And remember, your highest devotion is to yourself. Even in a relationship, your highest devotional practice is to love yourself. Your partner cannot love you if you haven't loved yourself. And then you can receive to the extent you've loved yourself. If you love me more than I love myself, I'll have to push you away. So receiving requires that I love myself. You guys have all got to start, we all have to start loving ourselves more. Loving ourselves. That is the key. That is the whole key. And then getting out of our comfort zones. Like, it's not always easy to give a person a boundary. When a guy asks for my phone number, I feel really uncomfortable telling him no. I don't like to say no to guys. I want to be able to say yes, but I have to listen to my body. You guys start checking in with your body and how you feel. Don't just use your head like, oh yeah, I want to be nice. Do I want to do this? Do I want to see this person again? Get rid of your checklist and go by how you feel. That's it. Now I'm going to this falconry event that Match.com is putting on. It's in La Jolla, this falconry. And I'm a little bit scared because I guess these birds are going to land on our forearms. I know there's a glove and all, but it's a little scary, but I'm going to do it anyway. It was $68, I think, $68. So I'm going to meet some other people, and sometimes it's scary, but everything good in life is scary, you guys. Everything new is scary. Everything new is scary. Even seeing me on appointments is scary, okay? Everything new is scary. The first time you went to kindergarten was scary. The first time you went to college was scary. Your first day on the job was scary. All right? Don't let fear stop you. Go by what you want to do. And I want to date, so I'm doing it. Even the things that scare me that I don't want to do. Because I'm committed to this now. I want to date. I want to go on more dates, and I want to see what I discover, and I'm committed to that. And my next thing is I'm going to look for some conferences or events, like life coaching events or something that I'm interested in. and try to meet some people that way and start conversations. I want to see if I can create my next relationship. Um, I just feel compelled to keep moving forward with this. Hope you guys like my video. I'll let you know how the falconry event goes. And as always, remember to love yourself. Just say, I give myself permission to love myself. Let's say it together one more time. I give myself permission to love myself. One more time. I give myself permission to love myself. And that's a good place for us all to start. Thank you.